Hi everyone, welcome to the Lucky Bastard channel. Today I will try out for you Aeons and Outcasts. Well, I have to say I'm not an expert at this game. And I have to add as well, if you're watching this and you have never met me or my channel, then I usually do this kind of videos in Dutch, but I realized playthroughs are maybe more interesting to watch in English because most of the people that watch them can speak English. So I'll try my best to make myself clear, even if it's not my mother tongue. But anyhow, Aeon's End. I'm no expert whatsoever. It's the first box of Aeon's End I played, and so far it's not going great. I have lost the first battle against this experiment 153. So now I will do it over and I'll try to do it better, and you can watch if I do better. So if you're an experienced player, you're probably thinking, oh, what is that stupid guy doing? Well, it's not making any sense. Well, that can be the case. I apologize up front. Normally I should read the narrative booklet. This is some kind of introductory. You have some terms that have to be explained. I'm defending new Gravehold. A city, town worth protecting, and then you have several characters that are new. You can also play from other boxes. If there are characters you can use them in this box to fight the monsters in this game. But new to the game are Zana, which is the mother of Takran, and Takran is the character that I'm playing today, because I realized he's probably the best character to play solo, because the other three in this box are very reliable. No, that's not what I want to say. They are very cooperative. I mean, they are very based on that principle that they help each other. So Takran is the one who can inflict damage on himself, or if he gets damaged, he can do something good for others, but in this case he can do good to himself. Probably the other characters can do that as well, but I think they're more interesting if you combine them with each other. Anyhow, Takran has this special ability. He has a marker, and each time he gets damaged, that marker moves to another location and you can do whatever is written there. A little bit problematic is that the explanation is written on the back side of the player sheet. What I did wrong last time I played this, I thought it had to move like this when you go here, and then here, then here, then here, and then back here. But apparently you can choose wherever you want to go. So maybe that will help me defeat the monster this time. Also, I did this wrong. Apparently, if I look at the iconography, this breach should start like this. And what is a breach if you've never played this before? I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure, but it seems like an energy portal through which the wizards, I don't know, the wizards are collecting energy to cast their spells. So you have to open the breach first before you can, well, make spells happen, and if they're all open you can cast 4 spells at the same time, and that will hurt for the monster, but by that time the monster will hurt you more probably. But I will start. My first hand, which is not a secret because it's on my player sheet, that's the thing about Aeon's End. This is a deck builder, but you don't have to shuffle, so you know which cards are coming, at least if you have a great memory, which I have not. This is a cast. This is a spell I can cast, so I just put it over here. It does nothing yet, but only at my next turn. But is it my turn? That's actually the first question, because I'm starting and I don't even know if I can start or the monster can start. This is the turn order deck, and I have to reveal who is starting first, the first player. And the first player, that's me, but I'm also the second player, so I get double turns, and you always get double turns, so now I got quadruple turns. So I can start 4 ether. I'm collector ether. These crystals give me 1, very simple. The esoteric amplifier gives me 1 ether as well, so this symbol. But I can also suffer 1 damage. I can, yeah, I said it before, Takran is a guy that he wants to inflict damage upon himself to gain other abilities. So I can, for example, focus a breach, which is very handy. I think I will do that. I will inflict 1, self-mutilate 1 damage on myself, and then I will focus this. Which means I can open it for 2 ether now. So I will play this. I don't have to discard it yet, just play it. And I play these 3. So I have 4 ether. And I can use, for example, 2 to open this. Yeah, I don't know. I can also use 4, for example, to buy a card like this one, Petrified Finishim. And then I gain 2 ether whenever I play this card. Plus there is something extra. I don't use it yet. I haven't used it. I have used it once during the last game, but maybe I should use it more. Doesn't seem always very useful in some cases. But it is useful to have another breach open immediately, right away. So I think I will do that. I open this breach for 2. It's a normal breach. There are special breaches that give extra damage. And I have 2 left. I can, for example, gain, what is it called? Charge. Yeah, I can charge myself. So I put that here. And when I'm full, I can use my special ability. And with that special ability, I can gain 3 life. So it's not totally bad. I inflict damage upon myself. But I can also use that 2 to buy this card, for example, and this will deal extra damage. 2. So 2 damage instead of 1 from the spark. I think it's better, so I will do that. I will buy this one. The ones I buy, they go to the discard immediately. And the other ones, I can decide in which order I want to put them back. I don't really mind at this point. Maybe later I will. Let's see if I get another turn, but first I will draw 5 cards, and I know which cards I will draw at the beginning. And it's my turn again. It could have been the monster already, but so far so good. I can do another turn. And my turn starts with the spells I prepared will be casted now. So I will do 1 damage. And I will damage. I see I should do it like this. And then I will remove 1 damage. This time I will remove damage from Mao 3. The monster has 4 Maus, which he can use to bite me or bite Gravehold. The last time I lost because there was 2 damage points left on Mao 3, and it really killed me because he could do 6 damage straight away. I can only take 10 damage, so that was really tough to get over that. But I did some things wrong, so it will work out fine, I guess. The spell is cast, so I put it away. And I have 2 spells that I can cast next time. So I put them both in my breeches. And then I will gain ether, gain ether, gain ether. So I have 3 ether. And then I can buy Molten Peridot. I don't know how I should pronounce this. But every time I use this, I gain 2 ether, which is better than 1. And this, if I have 2 in a row, I can buy another card if I destroy one of these. So it's not very useful at the start, but it might be later in the game. Maybe I want this one at the bottom, by the way, so it will return quicker to me. And then, who's next? Now it's the Nemesis. And the Nemesis will draw a card. Very boring. Okay, a minion. I should give the minion some health points or damage points. I don't know all terminology. I've read the rules and stuff like that, but I might call things differently than they are called in the rules. So I don't know if they're damage points or health points, but you get the point. And this hound does nothing yet. So first turn of the Nemesis is quite boring yet. Then it's my turn again. I forgot to draw 5 cards. Okay, I know what I get, but first of all I deal damage, and this time I can also damage the Moonstruck Hound, which I will do. I do them one at a turn at a time, but in this case it doesn't really matter. I deal 2 damage, which is possible, but the Moonstruck Hound cannot take more than 1 damage from spells that cost 5 or more. So in this case I don't have spells from 5 or more. These are spells from 5 or more. So I don't really have to take that into account, but it's just to encourage you to buy, well, cheaper spells at the start of the game, I guess. So I will load a next spell, and I have 4 Ether again. I will buy this time Petrified Phoenicium. So I will gain more Ether. At the same time I can still do inflict damage, so I think I have covered that, and now I will try to gain some strength by buying more expensive cards that make me gain more Ether. And with that Ether I can open the next breaches, so I get stronger and stronger. That's the idea. I can again inflict 1 damage to use one of the abilities. Yeah, I can do that. I can do this one first. Before I buy this thing, I can do this first. Maybe there is something more interesting going on. I don't know which the next card will, what the next card will be, but I inflict myself 1 damage and I move this card to an ally draws a card. Since I don't have any allies, I draw a card myself. This is interesting. I can do more damage, but still only I can buy Petrified Phoenicium, and that's all. It's dangerous to inflict damage to myself, certainly if I don't charge myself, so I have to take that into account, that I will charge myself in next turns. Now the Nemesis turn. He will not draw a card. First, the enemies, the minions, will do a turn. In this case, Persistent Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Is that bad? Not yet. There's a lot remaining, but it will get bad eventually. And then he draws a new card. This is a power. I can discard it by spending 5 Ether, but it has 2 power tokens. And whenever the power tokens are removed, and each time he has a turn, 1 gets removed. Well, when all are gone, then the Mao in this case, the farthest from the start, will move 2 spaces forward. And that will cause maybe an effect to be resolved. And if that is the case, that effect will be resolved 1 additional time. I think I can leave it that way, because if a Mao moves 2, there is not a single Mao at this point that will cause an effect to happen. But the Mao will move, so I have to consider that if that's worth spending 5 Ether. We'll see about that. I draw 5 cards because I forgot to do that. And my turn is next, I know that. But I don't know yet whose turn will be after this, because I will need to shuffle these. So it will be surprise, surprise, surprise. So this is the only thing I need to shuffle. That's a good thing. What do I have? Again, 3 crystals. Well, first I will inflict damage, deal 1 damage, deal 2 damage. If I discard a card, I can do 1 extra damage. And that's interesting. I will do this first. I can do 1 damage, and I will do it to the Moonstruck Hound, I guess, yes. And then I can deal 2 damage, but if I spend an additional card, I can do 3 damage. So, for example, I can get rid of this card, so I discard it, which will inflict 1 damage in the next round. But I can also do it right now. And why that would be interesting, if I do 2 damage or 3 damage, that makes a difference for the Nemesis. If I attack him and I do 3 damage with 1 attack, then I can move the mouse backwards. So I can restore something that I have moved. At this point, not so important. At this point is it important that I deal 2 damage to the Hound, because then the Hound is dead. Bye bye. Removed from the game. I will load a new spell, and then I have 5 ether, because this one gains me 2 ether. 5 ether to spend, and now I think it might be interesting to go for Lightning Arrow, because it deals 3 damage to start with. And also I can discard a card in my hand. If you do, Gravehold gains 1 life. So there is some life I can gain right now. So if I get it early, maybe it will help me a lot more. I think I will do that. So this one I bought, I have to put it first, and then all the other cards go in this order. This time I don't put I put a Molten Peridot here. Okay. Whose turn is next? It's the Nemesis. And the Nemesis will, first of all, a power counter will be removed. Second, I will draw a card. And it's an attack that's 1 time and 1 time only. Any player gains 2 cursed shards. So any player, there's only one any player, and that's me. And put it on the top of the deck. That sucks. Or I can move 1 Mao token 3 spaces forward. At this point, I don't think it's that bad. The shards, the cursed shards, they gave me 1 ether, and to destroy them I need to spend 2 ether. But it's not too bad having 1 ether. Of course I want 2 ether instead of 1, but it's not that bad. So I will just take those. The problem is they will always be on top of the deck if I use them. And that might be problematic. But actually, first things first, I had to draw 5 cards before they were put on the deck. So I don't want to mess up. So I draw my 5 cards first, then I put them on the deck, and then the turn of the Nemesis is over and it's my turn again. So I know now what's coming, but first I have to do some damage, 1 damage to be exact. I will do it to Mao 3. And then I have 1, 2, you cannot see it, but you see the top of the card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to spend, and 1 spark. I think I will gain Molten Peridot, and the Petrified Phoenicium says the next time you gain a card this turn, you may cast any player's prepped spell. So I can cast this spell right away. But I don't know why. There is not a good reason to do that at this point. It's not bad either, but I have still left 2 ether. And I can do that. I can use those to charge myself. If I have 5 charges, I can use my special ability, and then I can gain 3 life. So all the other cards go back here. Now it's important that my Petrified Phoenicium goes on top of the Molten Peridot, and then they will hopefully combine and give me a lot of ether that turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whose turn is it now? It's my turn. Okay. So now I have 2 cursed shards. The problem is they come back on top, so the rest of my deck will enter slower in my hand. My turn starts with 1 attack, like that, and then I will cast both of these spells. So I can, for example, I can use those 2 ether to destroy this card. That's a possibility. Or I can use 3 ether to do something else, to focus my breach, or to use the molten peridot or buy the molten peridot. Also I can use 2 and then keep 1 in my hand. That's also a possibility. I think it's important to gain ether, so I will do the molten peridot, which means that these go on top of my deck and these go away. Well, the molten peridot first and then the other card. Okay, whose turn is it now? My turn. So I will do a lot of damage. 1 damage. For the spark. And 2 damage for fortified frost. But I can add 1 damage if I discard a card. So I can discard the cursed shard. It goes back to there. So I can do that to inflict an extra damage. I will do that. So I will do 3 damage and I use the same amount to do my damage. 2. So that was that. I have 2 crystals, 1 cursed shard. Again, I can use the 3 of them to buy molten peridot. Or I can use the 2 to get rid of the cursed shard. I think I will buy another molten peridot. I don't think it's that bad, a cursed shard. You don't want to have them at the top the whole time, but now, once in a while, I can use that. And lightning arrow is the first time I will do 3 damage with a card that costs more than 5. And again, I can discard a card I have in hand, so this cursed shard might come in handy. I can destroy it to gain an extra life or gravehold. Okay, whose turn is next? It's my turn again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't look bad. So I will cast my spell, 3 damage. Each time I do 3 damage, I can move 1 POW backwards, but the POWs are not moving forward anyway. Yeah, okay. I can gain 1 life, but then I have to remove this cursed shard. Do I want to do that? With the other ones I have 4, 5 crystals. If I use a cursed shard I have 6. I could buy duplicating Seisite, and that gains me 3 ether. This is a really interesting card. Also I could try to buy this one, Tornado of Insight, 5 damage, and I can charge myself if all my breaches are closed. So the very powerful cards cost 6. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to get an extra life? I can do both if I sacrifice this instead of whatever the cursed shard. I will do that. I will discard the spark and I will gain 1 life here. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I can spend. Also, I can use, because I use 2 molten peridot, I can use the special ability. I can destroy one the second time I use it to gain a card that costs 4 or less. Interesting. I can destroy the second molten peridot. I do that. And then I will get something from 4. Maybe I should try the Destiny Forger. I haven't bought it the previous time I played. Ah, no, I will go for Twisted Fang. I want to attack every chance I have. And I had 6 ether to spend, so I will buy Duplicating Society, and it goes also at the bottom. Well, actually, this cursed shard comes on top again. So this will go away. This is gone already actually, and this will I have to exert what's written there. So move the Mao token farthest from the start 2 spaces forward. If this causes an effect, I will move this one to forward because I almost killed it. Well, almost. It's half of its original strength. So this will go away. And then I will draw a new card. It's a new creature that has 6. Persistent, move Mao tokens on 2 different tracks 1 space forward. I don't want him to have another turn because then it can go very quickly. I have 5 cards in hand, by the way. That are all cards. Okay. It looks like I will have another buying turn. If it's my turn at least. It's my turn. Okay. So this will go here. No, I don't think so. I have to wait. I can cause it. Yeah. This might be interesting. Yes, I will use Esoteric Amplifier. I gain 1 ether and I suffer 1 damage. It's getting dangerous. I'm killing myself. But I'm not doing that without a reason. Focus your closed breach with the lowest focus cost. I will focus this one. If I pay 5, I can open it now. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5. So I can technically open it. Do I want to open it? It might be beneficial at this point. It might really be. I think I'll have to do that. Yeah. This one goes on top again. And these go away. And I buy for 5. 2, 4, 5. Actually, I have 6. I have 6. That makes it different. I think for 6 I can better buy another Duplicating Sessize. Or a Tornado of Insight. I will buy this one. Yes. So it goes first. And the cursed shard goes on top of my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yes. Well, whose turn is it now? The Nemesis. I feared that. So first, he will move Mao tokens on 2 different tracks, 1 space forward. I don't want to take the same track as I previously moved forward. So I will move this one forward and this one forward. Okay. I want to avoid suffering damage. So, and he draws another card, of course. Marked for death. Unleash twice. Oh, that's very painful. There was no warning at all. Unleash means that I have to move a Mao token 2 spaces forward. And, well, if there's something written there, I have to apply it. So I will move this one 2 forward, and then that says Gravehold suffers 4 damage. That is painful, but not for my persona. He can live. And then I have to unleash another time. I can use a different track, but maybe I want to use the same track. But then it gets close to suffering 7 damage. But anyhow, I will do that. It's dangerous, but it can work. Alright, this card is gone, by the way. And then I hope it's my turn. Yes, it is. So now, what will I do? I will do spark here, spark there. And then I have 3, maybe 4 which I can use. I guess I will use that. And in this case I will buy a spell. Twisted Fang. Deals 3 damage. So I will buy that one. The cursed shard comes on top again. And then next turn it's me again. I will release my 2 sparks on actually on this minion, I guess. I want to kill it. And then I can see which card oh, now I have the other cursed shard. So I will of course prep this spell. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if I use both shards, which means that they will come on top again. If I don't use them, they also come on top, unless I try to destroy them. So 5, is there something interesting? Maybe a lightning arrow. I will buy a lightning arrow. I don't mind that they come on top again. The lightning arrow goes first, and then the other things. Wait, the spark was already... Okay, like this. By the time that lightning arrow comes back in my hand, I will have three breaches opened. I hope so, at least. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see. It's still my turn. Deal 2 damage, and I may discard a card in hand to do an extra damage. I will discard this one. In this case, it doesn't really matter. So I will do that to do 3 damage. That's nice. So next I will prep these 2 spells, and I have 1 Ether and 1 Ether. So I guess I will charge myself. It's starting to get useful to do that, which means the cursed shard gets on top again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is looking interesting. Alright, Nemesis, your turn. So first, move 2 mouse forward. I will probably move this one forward and this one. I don't want to inflict damage upon myself, but I have to. I think I forgot to read the rest of the text previously. So I have to add it to a player, so it's added to my player, and every time there's a statement which says any player, it is referring to this player. Well, there is only one player. So I can remove that. It doesn't really matter. Any player suffers 2 damage and discards 2 cards in hand. But first unleash twice. Like, it's not enough unleash twice. That's really weird, I guess. Unleash twice. I will do this one, and then I will do this one. So Gravehold suffers 2 damage, and I suffer 2 damage. And if that's not enough, I suffer again 2 damage. And discard 2 cards in my hand. That can be really stupid right now. Yeah, I will discard these 2. Yes, that's what I'll do. And I have to take Cursed Manacles in my hand. That's over here. So that's a relic. Gain 1 charge, suffer 1 damage. That can be both good or bad. Or discard 2 prepped spells to destroy this. So I can get rid of this by destroying my spells. Okay, I will take that in my hands. So this is over. Yes, that was not really a good turn. Okay, like this. I hope it's my turn now. It is. So I will do 1 damage to this stupid creature. So he's dead. Like this. And I will deal 3 damage to this experiment. And at this moment I don't know if it's such a good idea to do the damage away here, because the biggest threats are the ears that have moved the furthest, I guess. But I really don't want to suffer 4 damage, so I'll just do 3 damage here, and then it will go back 1. Once if they moved past the red text or the red border text, you cannot go beyond that, you cannot go further back, I mean. So, anyhow, then it's my turn. I can discard a card to gain 1 life. So I can discard this, or I can charge and suffer 1 damage. I won't do that. I will use it to cast a spell and gain 1 life in Gravehold. And then I have this left, and I have the Molten Peridot and the Duplicating Society. The next time you gain a card this turn, you may discard a prepped spell that costs 1 or more. If you do, an ally gains a card from a supply that costs less than or equal to the card you gained. So if I gain a card, okay, gets confusing. But in total I have 5 ether, so I can gain a card of 5. And if I discard this one, I can gain another of 5. I don't think I want to do that. I want to use this opportunity to open a 3rd breach for 5. Yes, I want to do that. I open this breach. I don't know if it's the smartest move, but really it is a move I need, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can gain something with this. But whose turn is it? The Nemesis. Okay, Seeking Destruction is a power card. Immediately place the player number token of the player with the most open breaches on this. Well, it's always me. I can discard it for 7. And if the 3 power tokens are removed, then this one doesn't really work with solo play, I guess. Anyhow, it's the Nemesis turn. Okay, so the 1 power counter will go away, and there's another creature. This time it has 9 damage to be dealt with. Reduce to 1 all damage dealt to this minion by spells that cost 3 or less. So I have to take that into account. And otherwise I have to suffer 3 damage or unleash. Well, okay. Now I have certainly 3 turns in a row first this goes off. I will try to hurt this monster first. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 ether, and I can do 1 damage, which I don't want to do. I think I forgot to do this when I take damage by the opponent. So I can do this. I can charge one more. At least once I have taken damage that I didn't inflict myself. Maybe even twice. So I'm suffering more than I should be suffering. But I have 8 now. I think I use 4 of... I think I should use 4 to heal myself. And then the other 4 I can use to buy cards. So I will do that, I guess. I won't do this. I can take more damage if I want to. Yeah, I can suffer 1 damage and open or focus this breach. And then I can spend well, I gain 2 ether, and the next time I gain a card you may cast any player's prep spell. I'm not going to use that. And then this one, the next time I gain a card you may discard a prep spell that costs 1 or more. I'm not going to do that, but I have 6 ether that I can use, and I'll use it to buy Tornado of Insight. I will buy this one, yes. And then I have 2 remaining, and I will charge another time. So I almost dying, but I know I have 2 turns ahead of me. So that will work out fine, I hope. I hope. Okay. Who's next? Me! 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's do this. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And then I have 3 ether, which I can use. And I can use this to buy... I think I will charge myself and get rid of 1 ether that I could use otherwise, but gain 3 health. I'm not in a safe zone yet. I realize that. Anyhow, next turn. 3, 4, 5. Okay, this looks very strong. So I can use, once I do 1 damage, and here I do 3 damage, and because it's an open breach that is level 3, I get an extra damage. So 4 damage. I probably want to use the 4 damage to move the pause, but on the other hand, if I don't defeat that one, he will beat me. I don't think I want to let him survive, so I will do 5, 6 damage to this creature, and then everything goes here in the discard, and my turn begins. I will use even better cards. So this one is gone. Lightning arrow. These are 2 opportunities to do 3 damage. So I can move 2 powers backwards. I don't know if I used the charts correctly in the past. And I have 4 potentially. Yes, 4. Maybe I don't need to buy that many more cards, I guess. Maybe I can use them to charge again. I will use them to charge again. Because soon I will be running out of life again. This one goes on top. And then I don't know whose turn it will be. It's the Nemesis. Okay, one power counter goes away, one card extra. Reduce by 1 all damage dealt to minions from the Nemesis deck to a minimum of 1. Okay, power 3, unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Like, one of those 2 sentences is not enough damage. I mean, how hard can it be? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards at hand. And I hope it's my turn now. Okay. So 3 and 3 damage. I will use those on this Mao, which is almost dead, and this Mao, which is totally not dead. So this one moves backwards and this one moves to the start. And I can discard a card to gain 1 life. So at this point I could suffer 7 damage for Gravehold. I can restore slowly from that. But then I have only a spark left and 3 crystals, which I will use to buy another Molten Peridot, I guess. Yes, why not? Or I could charge again. 2, 3, 4. It's my turn again. I will deal 1 damage. At this point, it doesn't really matter. I will do 1 damage here. And then this goes away. I will load this one. I will load this one. And then I have 2, 5, and this one. Gain 1 charge, suffer 1 damage. Might be worth it. No, I will not use that special ability, but I have 5. And I can suffer 1 damage. 5. Should I buy another lightning arrow? Or should I charge and gain some life points? I guess I will buy another lightning arrow for 5, and I will keep this card in my hand because I can use it to discard for this one, lightning arrow. Yes. Okay, I hope it's my turn. It's my turn, yes. So, Twisted Fang and Lightning Arrow. I will both use them. This does 4 damage and 3 damage. I will use them on Mao 5, 4, whatever. And then it moves 2 spaces backwards to put me in a little bit more safe position. Also, I will discard this one, and that will make me able to use Lightning Arrow ability and gain 1 life. So to 26. And then I have 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is not enough. I want to have 7 so I can get rid of that, but it's impossible. So the question is, go for damage, or extra ether. I think we can go for damage at this point. Really, I have to go all in, I guess. Or other, what else can I do? I can charge and gain some life points. I could use 1 to charge and buy another lightning arrow. I can also take 1 damage. And then I can move this to gain 1 charge. That may be interesting as well, actually. So I will use this to gain 1 damage. I move this to gain 1 charge. And then I have 6. I can use 4 of the 6 to push my charge to the maximum, and then I will sustain and use 3, gain 3 damage tokens. So my life is at 7 again, which is barely enough to withhold the dismount. If it reaches the top, then any player suffers 6 damage. That's crazy. I have 2 remaining though, so I think I will charge more even as a backup, kind of. I could buy Fortified Frost. I think it is important to have a good balance between healing and giving damage. So I will keep it this way. 1, 2. I put it in that order. 3, 4, 5. Okay. It's still my turn. Deal 5 damage if you have no closed breaches, gain 1 charge. I do have a closed breach, but I can do 5 damage. To which bow I want to do 5 damage? I think to Mao 2, I guess. Then it goes backwards 1 more, and then I can load Twisted Fang, and I have Molten Peridot and 3 extra ether, so 5 ether. I can use this to buy another lightning arrow. Or should I go for Transmuter Lens? Destroy this, you may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. Gain a card that costs up to 6 ether from any supply pile. It can be useful at this point in time. I will buy this one for 5. Yes. Okay, and now the experiment will get another turn probably. Yes. So first, this goes away. I'm still the player with the most breaches, so I have to suffer 5 damage and unleash twice. So 3, 4, 5. This will nearly kill me. Unleash twice, so 2 tracks I have to move forward. I will move this 2 and this 2. That's okay. This goes away, power token goes away, and I draw another card. This is not a good card. Reduce all damage dealt to the mouse to 0. Oral Carnivore. I don't even know what that means. So I hope it's my turn now, because I really need to restore some life. And if he gets a turn, I'm dead. Basically. Yeah, basically I am. Okay, I'm dead. But I haven't lost. I'm exhausted actually. So this one will deal 2 damage to me. Well, then I'm exhausted, which means, and then I have to look it up, or maybe it's here. Yeah, when exhausted, unleash twice. So I have to move 2 markers. I will move. This is really bad. I don't want to discard my hand. That is just stupid, I guess. Do I have a good hand? Maybe I should look first. I can discard my hand. Maybe this would be a wasted turn. Yeah, so I move this one too, so I discard 4 cards. I will keep this one and discard all the remaining ones. And then unleash another time. I will move this one. Okay. And then destroy one of your breaches. I will destroy my first breach. Oh, I cannot destroy this one. I will destroy this one. I can destroy it. It goes back in the box, so I can destroy whatever I want. And then discard of all of your charge tokens. It's only 1, but it sucks anyway. Deal excess damage times 2 to Gravehold. So all damage I take from now on will inflict Gravehold. Gravehold is still strong, so that's my only hope at the moment. And I hope I get a turn. Really. Okay, another round of this. This might be the end again. I'm further away from winning than last time. And then I made it myself harder. How is this even possible? So this goes away. And then, unleash twice. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Let's start with the 2 damage. Unleash twice, that means I can do this. And I can do that. And then Gravehold will suffer 7 damage. Okay, this goes to 17. And this is gone. And any player suffers 2 damage. That will be me. So times 2 is Gravehold suffers 4 damage. So if one person is exhausted, it can go really quickly. And now I have the advantage, I know that it's 4 times my turn, but my first turn is pretty useless because I have only 1 card. But I will deal 3 damage to this monster. Or, no, 4 damage actually. But I can use that to move the powers backwards. At this point I can better try to kill the monsters, I guess. I even forgot he would take another card. When a power token is removed from this, Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Oh, that's just what I need. And 1 card, gain 2. I will use this to charge. Yes? Yes? I don't know. I guess so. Next turn. Okay, I only have 2 breaches left. 4 of this. I think I need to use it to charge more. Or I can buy Twisted Fang. Try to open this. I can use it. I forgot. I took damage. Did I take damage once? Twice? I think it still works even when I'm exhausted. So I could have closed this a little bit more. And then I could have charged. Let's say I've been hit twice. I'm not sure. So I'm making it harder for myself even if this game is already hard by itself. So I have 4 to spend and then I think I will open this breach. Yes, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. My next turn. This deals 3 damage. Basically I should have put it here. I could have opened it first and then put it there. Okay, let's do that. 3 damage. I can do an additional damage if I remove 1 card from my hand. And I will not do that, I guess. No. 3 damage to move a power backward. I'll move this one backward. This is 4 damage, and if I remove a card I can gain 1 life. So 4 damage, and I will remove 4 damage to this one again. This will be here, and then I have 2, 5, 6 to spend. I think I will go for the strongest things, or else I have to charge, but I will go for Tornado of Insight. On the other hand, I might not make it another turn. I mean, through my deck. Another round. 6 can buy me 3 health for Gravehold. Or 5 damage. Yeah, I will go for the damage, whatever. Yeah, okay. 4, 5. This is my last one already. Okay, that sucks. So I will do 3 damage, 4 damage to anything, and I forgot this one. I completely forgot him. 4 damage to that guy. And then I have the cursed manacles, so I can discard this to gain life from this lightning arrow. You may suffer 1 damage. I don't think I want to do that anymore. But these two go there. The next time you gain a card this turn, you may discard a prepped spell. I have 4 I can spend. I go for Twisted Fang. The offense is the best defense, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I need another 4 turns to make a chance to beat him. But even then, I don't think I will make it. This is my turn, so that's the positive thing. Yeah, okay. This will deal 3, 4 damage, and this 4 damage, and I can discard 1 for another damage. So I will probably kill this one. Actually, I should have killed him first, because all damage I did to the mouse would be 0. So let's call it that he's dead now. But let's say I did that first probably. And now I use 4 damage to one of the mouse. Okay, and I can discard 1 to gain some life. This goes backwards as well. I use the transmuter lens, destroy this. You may discard a card in your hand to gain a card that costs up to 6. I destroy a crystal and up to 6. I will take another duplicating side. Don't know if it will help me, but it might. So this goes away. Then I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3, which I can use to spend on charging myself. I guess I want to charge myself, which means I could have used the lightning arrow to discard this one, because the charge only costs 2, and this is enough to give me 2, so I gain a life. If you can follow me, I've done some things wrong in the past, and I hope I'm not doing that again, but I'm sure this is correct. Next time you gain a card this turn, you may cast any player's prepped spell. So I can, any player, that's me, so I can do this spell to deal 6 damage. I will do that, deal 6 damage. See, now is the time that it is handy, because I can move the mouse backwards. Okay, it's still my turn. Okay. This is not really a good hand. I can do 1 spark there. And then I have 4 ether if I want to. Or I can spend to destroy this. I think I'll spend them to recharge and to place this one on top. So this is full. That means I will gain 3 over here. I have a feeling that I'm restoring a little bit by little, but once he gets another move, it will be all gone, my work, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a really harsh game. It's still my turn, So I do Sparky. So I will remove 4 from this one. And then this goes here. This is 4, 6. I could spend 6, but then the cursed shard come on top, or I could use both these to destroy these. I will do that. And the second Molten Peridot I use, I can destroy as well to gain a card that costs 4 or less. I will take Twisted Fang. Because if there are no Twisted Fangs anymore... Anyway, I was thinking maybe it would be better to remove the last card as well, but then the charge will come back on top of my deck, and I don't want that either. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now it's his turn. Maybe twice. This is removed. That's not too bad. Okay. Okay, when a power token is removed from this, Greyfold suffers 2 damage, which means 4 damage. No, that's not true, just 2 damage. It's only if I get damage that's doubled. And set this card next to the growth mat. For the rest of the game, players must deal 4 damage instead of 3 to move a Mao token back. It's not working yet, it's only when the power tokens are gone. So that means that it's not my turn yet. Whoop whoop. And what's next? Minion probably. Wandering Observer. Yes, this is a minion. And not any, just any minion. It has a wandering ability that reduces it reduces to 1 all damage that is dealt to this by abilities and player cards during any player's main phase. That player may spend any amount of ether to deal an equal amount of damage to this. I use my ether to damage it. Greyfold suffers 2 damage. Maybe I'll take it, really, at this point. So I have my another turn. Suddenly I have a feeling I have a chance if the cards are dealt in the right order. If I get 3 moves after this one, maybe I can make it. Maybe I can. Anyhow, my turn. The Twisted Fang deals 4 damage. I will take a Mao, probably. To this one, I guess. So, I learned from the previous time it's more interesting to not kill a Mao, because then all damage has to be divided, or all moving of Maos has to be divided among the others, and then there is no opportunity to change that, to move them backwards actually. Alright, doesn't really matter. This will be here, this here, and 2 crystals. I use those crystals to charge once more, please. Yes. And now I have to be lucky. Really, really lucky. I'm sure I did a lot of things wrong. Either if I win or lose, there were probably chances that I have missed, or chances that I have misinterpreted. Okay, it's my turn. Let's see what I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's start with 1 damage. I can attack the Wandering Observer for 1. Do I want to? Or do I just want to kill them? 3 damage, 4 damage. Ah! 1 from the Wandering Observer, 3 damage. I will take it from Mao 2, yes. It has only 1 left. And 4 damage I will take from Mao 4. It has 5 left. It's getting interesting, but I have no idea if I will make it. And I should probably do it in the other way around, because Lightning Arrow, I should gain that ability first. And then I have Lightning Arrow. I can discard a card. I could do that. Discard a card to gain a life extra. I might do that. Yes, discard this, gain 1 life. Lightning Arrow goes here, Tornado goes here. 5 damage, that's what I need. And I have 5 left. What will I do with that? 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. At this point, there's really no sense to buy other cards, I guess. So I charge for 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope I get another turn. Yes. Okay. This is 5 damage. I will kill Mao 4. This is 4 damage. I will kill maybe something else. Or I won't. Anyhow, this... if I have no closed breaches, I gain 1 charge. That's what I want. So 5 damage goes to Mao 4. Yes. So this is gone. 4 damage goes to this one. This has only 2. So 2, 1 and 4 and 0. But he will get a turn and then it will all be over, probably. This one here. This is interesting at this point. I can use this to gain 1 damage, which means that Gravehold will suffer 2 damage, but then I am fully charged, so I can add. Now I won't do that. I can definitely add something anyhow. Cursed Manacles. This is the same problem as Esoteric Amplifier, actually. But what did I forget? Yeah, I forgot. I can use this. I can discard 1 from my hand, for example this one, to gain 1 life. So that is not bad. And now I have 4, which I can spend to charge myself. So I go to maximum charge, and once again I reload, and I will add 3. This is really looking good now. Yes, it's looking good. It's looking good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can defeat him if he doesn't get 2 turns in a row, but I get 2 turns, for example. Yes. Deal 4 damage, deal 4 damage. If this was empty, I should have bought that one. Should I? It doesn't matter. I don't have to deal 5 damage. What I'm thinking, 4 damage is enough. 4 to this. And 4 to this. It has 1 health remaining, which means that I will be closer to winning than last time, even if I lose, because then he had 2 health remaining. And he probably will lose if I get another 2. That was a great moment for the battery to die. Not so great, actually. So, last turn probably. I have 6 ether left, which I can use to charge. Probably. What else do I want to do? Doesn't really matter, I guess. It just matters what I draw now, and it's the Nemesis. I can survive this once. I don't know if I can survive this twice. So, whenever a power token is removed, 2 damage. I think I forgot to do that last time, so I will, to be sure, to not cheat, I will do that twice. And then unleash. So I have to move something twice forward. I'll unleash this one. Okay, this is done. This is not done. Gravehold suffers 2 damage. Gravehold can take that. And then another card. Lunging Jaws. Move any mouth tokens 4 spaces forward. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. This it has to. The effect has to be resolved. So any player suffers 4 damage. Basically, that means that Gravehold suffers 8 damage. So, not looking good anymore. But I survived. Problem is, if I draw the Nemesis card now, I'll be dead, for sure. If I don't draw the Nemesis card, I will win. It's the Nemesis card! How close can you get? Okay, unleash twice. So, first time I will unleash this one. And then again this one. So I go to 1 health, 1 health. And that stupid wandering observer that I should probably have killed instead of charging again. Really. I could have killed him with instead of I could this is really stupid. That sucks. Really. So this is really annoying. Oh, I couldn't move this. I did everything wrong because the battery died probably, or I was doing this wrong before. But even if this had to move, I couldn't win. I really couldn't win. Yeah. I cannot say that it was a great feeling in the end, but it was quite a journey, I can tell you that. Anyhow, thanks for watching. I hope to see you again. Bye bye.